because when you're out of it, it's very hard to remember exactly what it felt like, that all-consuming nature where it completely locks on and grips. And that's what I was stuck in for a very, very long time. I was completely stuck in that because it was a situation where I couldn't get out of it before I got better, before I learned to recover. It was very, very hard for me to get out of that situation. So I couldn't get pretty much any release. People talk about, oh, how could chronic anxiety be chronic all the time? How could it be chronic all of the time? Well, it was always there to some degree, clinging, latched in the background, not releasing. That was the nature. That's what it did. It did that. It was that all-consuming, that completely consuming nature. That's what it was like. And because that was like that for so long, you lost hope very quickly. You thought, how the hell am I going to get out of this? I don't get any breathing space at all. Physical symptoms, chronic guilt, chronic anxiety. Now, my background in life wasn't a background where my life wasn't exciting. I was very lucky to be in a position where I was living a great life, and I was very happy with my life all through my life. Obviously, of the natural ups and downs, but I didn't. OCD was like this thing that I just felt like, God, this was the unluckiest card I could have ever been dealt, because now this is going to invade and destroy and take everything away from me. Every time I travelled, it was coming in twice as strong. Every time I got invited to something I wanted to go to, it was twice as strong. And I thought, how unlucky I am to have this thing, And it was a thing like that because of how consuming it was. It's easy now to forget that consuming nature, that crushing tiredness, where you're battling so hard in your head 24/7, so that when you're doing that, because you've been battling so hard in your head, that what happens is you get to a position where you find it very hard to even have any energy to do anything. Like in the afternoon, you're so exhausted, you're so tired. Look, by the time I got up at about 9 or 10, I was dead by about 12:30. I was completely exhausted. I didn't have any energy at all. Most of the nights out, I was trying to drink a lot more than usual to escape those feelings. Wasn't in a position of being an alcoholic, and I wasn't in a position of it looked like I was drinking far more than most people. But when I was out, I wanted to really make sure I enjoyed those nights, because I wanted those great nights. I knew they weren't going to last forever, because I was only going to be young once. So I was always trying to make sure to get the most out of them, to get the best times out of those moments. And so that was then obviously its ammunition. It knew that I was trying to do that. It knew that I was trying to get that. So it doubled that up, and it went in extra hard on that. So that's what it will do. It's sneaky like that. It does that.